Okay, so first, what you're going to want to do is make the middle bar. Like you see where the white center is, you're going to want to find that. And add 2 white pieces to the end of it to make a bar. So look, you see how we have an edge piece right here? And it's lined up, you can just bring it in. Then you have another one, you have 2. You can do an F prime to line it up and bring it in. I like bringing the corner piece down so that it's in. And then you need to make another bar to attach to there. So if you, see if you have a bar made that you can make. And you see I do have one, but I'll show you how to do it if you don't. So let's say you don't have a bar. You have an edge piece here and a corner piece here for the center. And you see if you bring this edge piece up, it messes that up, okay? So if you do that, like you see how yellow is opposite of white? And let's say you had the edge piece, let's say you had the edge piece here in the center. So look, cover up here. This is cover up the middle. This is everywhere the edge piece could go. And you see how the top, the white side is not affected? That's how you can tell. So bring it in and bring in the corner, and then you can bring it in with the white. And now for the last one, you have this corner piece here. So here's what you would do if you had that. Bring the corner piece in. See how if it messed up this here. You bring it in, you see how it messed up the white side? You're going to want to bring it out of the way and undo that move you did to bring in that piece. Then nothing has been affected. Now you can just bring in that bar, and that's the white side. Now you're pretty much going to do the same thing you would if you messed up the white side. You'll just be doing that same thing. So look, you bring this in, you see how it affected the white side? You just make a bar like that. So if it's in the, let's say the aisle, and these are the other 2 aisles, you're not in those aisles. You're only in this aisle. So you can tell it's not going to be affected. So you can bring it in, make that bar, and there you go. The last bar, so you can pair up these 2 corners and bring in the edge piece. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to, when you bring this bar in, you're going to replace it with this bar. Okay? And you're going to U2 and undo that move in an unsolved space. Okay? Within that space. So, there you go. So, remember, so when we brought in this bar, you're going to want to do that. There's nothing there, so you can just do it and it does nothing. Then with this one, you're going to bring it in there. That's how you would do that. And now, since it's the beginner's method, then you're going to solve all the other centers. So the first center I usually solve is blue, but since you can't really mess up these centers, the only moves you can't do is do a small U move, small D move, and that's really it. That's the only moves you can't do. So you can just do the same thing you did with white, bring in the edge piece. Okay. Bring in this edge piece. This corner piece isn't going to affect anything. This corner piece will affect this space. You can either do a U move and then bring it in so that you don't have to undo anything. Then bring in that bar. Now for red, it's the same thing as doing yellow when you had the white solved. So we have a red edge here. Undo that. We have an edge piece here. U prime, undo that. Once we have that solved, we can Just solve normal bars like we did with these. Bring it in, replace it with the other bar, and bring that bar that was here. And now, this is where the last two centers are very difficult. So do not move on after you solve two of the middle layered of these two centers. Once you solve those, stop and then I'll explain what you need to do. So I found I came up with two algorithms. I probably wasn't the first one to do that. Many people have probably already come up with it. But I came up with two algorithms that help you bring in corners and edges. For corners, it's very simple. Make sure this corner is lined up here with here. Okay? So the corner that this piece needs to go into is right above it. Do this algorithm. So bring this layer here. Do a sexy move. RU R prime U prime. Okay, you see that corner is in and nothing else was affected. Now, the algorithm for bringing in edges, I thought it was this. But then it brings out a corner. So now you can do that algorithm, bring in the corner. And you see, all you have to do is do that one more time. Just like that. And now you can solve what I used to do was I would solve the cross underneath. So bring them next to each other. This is your first algorithm for the edges. So let's say you need to bring in so look for a white edge piece. Okay, you see this edge piece has white and green. You want to find the matching edge. You see the edge that needs to go here. In this space right here is this edge piece right here. White and green middle edge piece. Okay, so now you need to take this edge piece and bring it here. But you can't just bring it here, right? Messes up the centers and it's in the wrong place. We'll get into that kind of situation once we're done with all the edges. So first, what you need to do is you're going to want to do a slice move, okay? Which is just doing the top layer, a U prime, or a wide U prime. Okay? It brings this edge piece out of the way so it doesn't affect it. This is the algorithm. R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, undo that slice move. Now it's in there. Go on and do the same thing, but instead of the bottom layer. So we're going to do a wide D move, the algorithm, and undo that move. Now you made a bar, or a wing. These are called wings. Now we're going to do the same thing with all four of these blue, red, green, orange centers. So you see I have a orange and white. You see how we have that right there? You want to find this edge piece, okay? And you're going to want to have this matching edge. You're going to want to bring it in, but you want these colors to be the same. Slice, flipping algorithm, undo the slice. Okay? Now, just do that same thing. I'll get right back to you guys when I finish all that. That's literally, you need to do that for all four of these edges. I'll get right back with you guys. Okay, so once you have this done, now this is where you're going to start solving the actual edges. It's pretty much the same thing, but I'm going to record this because there's certain cases that you're going to need to know. So, first, what you're going to want to do, here, let me move my camera back. There we go. So, you see I have green and orange, and then we have the matching green and orange pieces here. We're going to do that thing that you did with these ones. But instead you're going to want to do, so have these on the right, slice the opposite direction, do a U move, not U prime, R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, undo that move, and you see it's in. Do the same thing with the bottom. Okay, now that's a wing. Now you're going to find the next one, which is right here. Bring it in, and do the slice. Right here. Flip if it's in the wrong place. If it's on the right bar, but it's here, not here, just do the R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R without the slice, and don't slice back. It brings it where it needs to be. Okay. Just do this a bunch of times, and soon enough, you might get edge parity. It's where the edges aren't in the right place, but there's nowhere you can swap with. I'll show you what that is if I get that case. If I don't get it, I'll do the algorithm to make sure I get it. Okay. And I think we might get it. So we have right here. And nope, we are not going to get edge parity. So here, I'll be right back. Let me show you what I mean by edge parity. So edge parity is this. You see all the edges are solved except for this one. The pieces are there, but they're facing the wrong direction. There's a certain algorithm that you need to do for this, and here it is. So let me align all of, here we go. So you need to do a small r prime, U2, small l, F2, small l prime, F2, small r2, U2, small r, U2, small r prime, U2, F2, small r2, F2. Now that should solve it. If it didn't, you probably just did something wrong, but that is edge parity. Now you just solve like normal 3x3 like this. So I'm pretty slow with F2L. OLL, I do not know full OLL yet. I only know full PLL. We just recently learned it. And we have a T prime. There is no OL or PLL parity because there is a centerpiece. That is literally the reason. So like you see how with 4x4 there's no centerpiece. That means that you have a better chance of getting parity. The only parity on odd numbered cubes is edge parity. But yeah, that is how you solve a 5x5 Rubik's Cube. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Bye guys.